Joining us now from Midtown Manhattan is Curtis Sliwa. Welcome, Curtis.
Oh, pleasure to be joining you again.
Yeah, all the health experts warn about being cautious during this time and social distancing to stop the spread of the virus. But your group is still on the streets. Why?
Well, first off, we're there tending to the homeless and the emotionally disturbed persons who, under normal circumstances, are ignored by city authorities, state authorities. And I said to myself, when I was brought up as a child, I went to Catholic school. The Josephite nuns raised me there in Crown Heights at St. Matthew's. And they would always say, Jesus tended the lepers. Now, I don't remember any of those pictures showing Jesus with gloves on, a hazmat suit, a respirator, or a mask. And more importantly, recently, I saw all the pictures of Mother Teresa and her nuns in Calcutta dealing with those who were afflicted with leprosy. They didn't have gloves on. They didn't have masks on. Someone has to go out and tend to these people. And if it's only out of self-interest, I say to all citizens, if the coronavirus infects the homeless and the emotionally disturbed persons who can't shelter in, they live in the subways, they live in Penn Station, they live in the streets, they live in the parks, who do you think is going to get the coronavirus? All of us too. So we have to take care of these people that nobody seems to care about.
Now, you've said you should fear not because the angels fear not. As the leader of the guardian angels, have any of the other angels expressed concern about going out right now? And if they do, what do you tell them?
Oh, of course. All the guardian angels are volunteers, and some of them, they have low immunities, they're taking medication. It would make them more subject possibly to getting the coronavirus. So no, nobody is forced to do it. But unlike other leaders, especially our politicians who say, do as I say, not as I do, I'm a leader who wants you to do as I do because I'm out there, no gloves, no mask. I'm holding the homeless, the emotionally disturbed, trying to comfort them in the best way we can with food, nourishment, and most importantly, washing their hands and washing their face for them.
All right, you're also planning on running for mayor. How do you think Mayor de Blasio is handling the coronavirus crisis, and what would you do differently?
Mayor de Blasio is horrible. He's not reassuring. He's not comforting. He's like Chicken Little. The sky is falling. Oh, things won't get back to normal till September. We need a comforting voice to be mayor. Remember, right after 9/11, we had Rudy Giuliani. We didn't know where our President Bush was. We didn't know where Cheney was. He was comforting. He was reassuring at a much worse time for all of us than this coronavirus spread. That's what we need in a mayor.
How would you strike that balance between protecting the vulnerable and dealing with the crisis?
I think we just all have to understand this virus is all about us. The rich are going to get it, the middle class, the poor, the emotionally disturbed, the homeless, and we can all come together as us and we. Notice what they're telling us as they tell us to shelter in. It's to stay away from our neighbors. They're basically saying, our neighbors may actually be our enemy, not our real enemy, but they may have the hidden virus in them. This so goes against the grain of how I was brought up by my family in a Catholic household. It was always us and we, not I and me.
All right, Curtis Sliwa, founder of the Guardian Angels, thanks for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure, anytime.
If you're watching Currents News on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and then click on the bell to get instant updates about all of our newest content because we are putting your faith in the news.